Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the Steelers and the AFC North as a whole. There's a lot of buzz swirling around the NFL right now, especially with the Steelers sitting at 6-6, fighting tooth and nail for that playoff spot. The offense has been a bit inconsistent, and fans have been itching for some spark, some extra firepower to push this team over the top. And it looks like that spark might come in the form of a blockbuster trade that, frankly, nobody saw coming just a few weeks ago. Speculation is swirling that the New England Patriots, who are in a bit of a transitional phase with a middling record, are considering trading wide receiver Stefon Diggs. Now, hold on, Diggs. Yes, the same guy who's been a true game changer in the league for years. He's a master route runner, a guy who can turn any play into a big chunk of yardage with his elite skill set. Over his career, Diggs has tallied over 921 receptions for more than 196 yards and 70-plus touchdowns. His PFF grade, an eye-popping 89.8, showing just how consistent and reliable he's been at the highest level. In 2025, with the Patriots, Diggs has been quite productive, catching 64 passes for 705 yards, not a huge number, especially considering the Patriots' somewhat shaky quarterback situation. But what stands out is his EPA per target, which is at plus 0.35 and over 400 yards after the catch. What does that tell us? It's that Diggs isn't just catching the ball. He's turning plays into big gains, making things happen after the catch, and creating mismatches that defenses simply can't handle. He's played 17 games, with at least 10 receptions in a game multiple times, and his precision remains elite. Now, the Patriots seem to be prioritizing their young quarterback, May, and bolstering their defense, which suggests they're looking to rebuild to reset for the future. This means they're willing to part ways with a reliable target like Diggs, a player who, despite his age, still has plenty left in the tank and the ability to transform an offense. The rumor is they're looking to get a second-round pick in the 2026 draft, along with some cap space, to facilitate the rebuild. This is a bold move, but one that could reshape the AFC landscape if it comes to fruition. And that's where it gets even more interesting for the Steelers. The team's passing attack has shown flashes, but has lacked that consistent, explosive element needed to push them over the edge in tight games. Adding Diggs would be like flipping the switch. Suddenly, the Steelers' offense would become a real threat, especially in the playoffs. Imagine a scenario where Kenny Pickett, with time and protection, can unleash Diggs on the outside. The deep routes, the contested catches, the ability to turn a short pass into a big gain, that's exactly what this offense needs to elevate it. Statistically speaking, Diggs could be projected to rack up around 200 yards if he joins a team like the Steelers, who are currently ranked in the middle of the pack in passing yardage. His yards per route run, which is currently at +2. One with the Patriots would see a significant boost in Pittsburgh, given the right offensive line protection and play calling. That kind of production would open up the field for Chase Claypool and George Pickens, and even give Najee Harris more room to operate in the run game, because defenses would have to respect the deep threat. Let's not forget the impact on the Steelers' red zone offense. Diggs is a proven red zone target, capable of making those contested catches in tight coverage. This could elevate Pittsburgh's red zone efficiency and turn those field goals into touchdowns, crucial in playoff battles where every point counts. A player like Diggs, with his ability to change the complexion of a game, could be the difference maker that pushes the Steelers into Super Bowl contention. Now, some skeptics might say, well, what about the cap hit, the draft capital? Those are valid concerns, but the Steelers have shown they're willing to make bold moves when the opportunity presents itself. They've already been active in free agency and trades, and with the right cap management, bringing a player of Diggs' caliber isn't out of the realm of possibility. The potential payoff, a dynamic, explosive offense that keeps defenses guessing and opens up the entire field, could justify the risk. Looking at the bigger picture, acquiring Diggs would signal a shift in the Steelers' offensive philosophy, from a more conservative approach to a high-octane, explosive attack that can hang with the best. It would inject a new level of legitimacy into this team's Super Bowl aspirations. The odds for Pittsburgh to win it all are currently around plus 3,500, but with Diggs on board, those odds could shorten significantly, especially if he starts making those highlight reel plays we all love to see. His presence in the red zone and his ability to turn any play into a game-changing moment could elevate Pittsburgh from a good team to a true contender. Of course, the AFC North would have to adjust to this new reality. The Ravens, Bengals, and even the Browns would be watching carefully, knowing that the Steelers suddenly have an even more dangerous passing game. It could lead to a division race that's even more intense, with Pittsburgh potentially emerging as the team to beat in the division. That's the kind of shift that could define a season, and Steelers fans know how crucial it is to get this kind of upgrade at the right time. In terms of team strategy, if this trade goes through, expect Mike Tomlin to emphasize an aggressive, fast-paced offense. The defense, which has been solid but sometimes inconsistent, can now focus on creating turnovers and getting the ball back for Pickett and Diggs to do their magic. The combination of a more explosive offense and a stout defense could finally push Pittsburgh over the top, making a deep playoff run more than just a dream. And let's be honest, fans, we've seen what Diggs can do in big moments. His ability to make clutch plays in the red zone and in critical third-down situations is exactly what this team needs to not just make the playoffs, but to go deep once they're there. With the right pieces around him, Diggs could be the catalyst for a Steelers resurgence, reigniting that Super Bowl fire that's been smoldering for years. So, as we keep an eye on these rumors and watch the NFL landscape shift, one thing is clear: the Steelers have a real shot at making a splash this offseason. Whether or not Diggs ends up in black and gold, the message is loud and clear. Pittsburgh is positioning itself for a serious run, and the pieces might be coming together just in time for a historic playoff push. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now fans, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the possibility of Stefon Diggs joining the Steelers? Would he be the missing piece to finally put Pittsburgh back in the Super Bowl hunt? Are you excited about the potential of this offense exploding with his addition? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion truly matters to us and to the Steelers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news. Let's keep this passion alive, and as always, keep believing in our black and gold.